Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Camilla. I'm training to be a tax lawyer in the UK, and before that I spent 10 years working in financial services. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my favourite ways to make free money. And these are really easy ways to make free money as well. There are lots of other ways of making money that I've heard about online, such as people taking surveys and research studies, but from what I've heard, those take up quite a significant amount of time. So the 5 ways that I'm going to share with you to make money in this video are very low time investment methods. And the first one that I want to talk about is your pension. Now, a lot of employers will match your pension contributions that you make into your pension by up to 5%. So essentially what that means is, say you earn £40,000 a year and you voluntarily contribute 5% of your earnings to your pension each month, your employer will also do the same. So on a £40,000 salary, that looks like £2,000 free per year from your employer on top of your salary. Absolutely free money that you can get just by making pension contributions yourself. I didn't really understand this when I was in my 20s, and so I just want to make sure that everyone understands that it's really important to take advantage of this, because if you decide to take a short-term view and not make pension contributions, then you're essentially losing out on free money and also shortchanging yourself later on down the line. When it comes to retirement, your pension pot might not be as big. So it's definitely not something that you should delay thinking about. I know retirement can seem like a long way off, but it actually isn't that far away. So make sure you think about these things in advance and don't lose out the opportunity to make free money. The second way of earning free money is using a lifetime ISA. So a lifetime ISA is essentially an ISA scheme which is set up by the government, and it enables you to get a free 25% on any money that you put into the ISA. So that's all the way up to £1,000 free from the government. So if you put in, because it's 25% uplift, then that means if you put £4,000 in per year, then you'll get £1,000 free from the government. That's the maximum per year that they will give you, but I still think that's quite a lot of money for free. So I am definitely taking advantage of it to save for retirement. It is important to note that a lifetime ISA can only be used to save towards buying your first property or retirement. If you take the money out for any other reason at all, then you will lose the gains that you've made and also potentially pay a penalty. So it's not money that you can kind of take out and use to spend on a new pair of shoes or holiday. You need to take a long-term view with this type of saving in order to get that free money. There are some other terms and restrictions which you'll need to look at, such as there are some age requirements. I think you need to be over 18 and under 40, I believe, when you open the account. But yeah, I think it's a great way to make free money. And to be honest with you, I didn't know about this scheme when I bought my first property. And I lost out on at least £3,000 worth of free money, because I saved for my property for about 3 years. And had I put at least some of the money that I was saving into an ISA, into a lifetime ISA, then I would have had an extra £3,000 for free. But unfortunately, I didn't know about that. So that's half the reason why I'm making this video, to make sure that you know and you don't lose out on free money. So the third way of making free money that I want to share with you is an app called Airtime Rewards. Now, I used to kind of not be really that interested in cashback apps. I thought they were kind of a waste of time, and you'd have to shop in really like obscure places in order to benefit from the cashback. And I'm a bit of a creature of habit. I usually shop in the same places, and I'm not really about to go out and change my shopping habits just for a bit of cashback. But this one I just downloaded on my phone, and then I didn't change my shopping habits at all, but then I started to see the money accumulate quite quickly in my in the app. And to date, I've at £44, which I've used to offset against my phone bill. So that's what, around, maybe one free phone bill a year, which I think is definitely worth doing, especially because the app is free. I haven't changed my shopping habits at all. The shops that I seem to get the most cashback from are shops like Waitrose and Boots. Again, I don't shop in them all the time, but I think Greg's as well, you get a cashback. So yeah, if you're like me, and I suppose many people spend money in Boots quite regularly, this might be a good app for you. And I think it's definitely worth downloading because, like I said, the money just seems to accumulate without any effort, and then before you know it, like a few months down the line, you might have £10 that you can redeem against your phone bill. So yeah, I'll leave the details to that app in the description box of this video in case you're interested. And I'm not affiliated in any way to any of these apps. These are just ones that I've personally used over the past 6 months to a year, that I have enjoyed using and that I have gained a real financial benefit from. So yeah, those are the only ones that I would want to share with you. The fourth way of making free money that I'm going to share with you is using a cashback credit card. So instead of using a debit card to shop with, I only use a credit card, and that's my default payment for everything, because I get a very small percentage of cashback back on every purchase. So again, it's just like pennies per transaction, but over time this does add up. And last year I think I made about £70 free money just from spending money that I would ordinarily spend. Now this is one that you need to be careful with, because if you're inexperienced using credit, or you're not in the right frame of mind, then you can end up like your spending could get out of control, and then you'll end up paying a lot of money in interest, which is not what we want to do. So there are 2 rules that you need to kind of stick to in order to make this worthwhile for you and to not end up getting into trouble with credit. And the first rule is to pay your bill in full and on time. That is a non-negotiable, because if you don't pay your balance in full and on time, you will pay interest, and we don't want to lose money on this channel. We want to get money, make money, earn money. So please make sure that's the cardinal number 1 rule that you stick by. The second rule is to only just buy things that you would ordinarily buy. Don't buy things, or don't rationalize buying things just for the sake of it, just because you've got credit or just because you're going to get some cash back. It is not worth it. No amount of rewards is worth buying something that you don't need. So only use it like a debit card. Don't think of it as credit, and then have that direct debit set up on your payday, so that as soon as your pay lands in your account, then your balance is cleared in full. And the 5th way of earning free money that I want to share with you it's a simple one, but I think it's definitely worth speaking about, and that is savings accounts with high interest rates. So as the interest rates are higher at the moment, that is obviously a bad thing if you want to take out credit, but if you want to save your money, that's a good thing. So there are accounts out there with 7% interest, with 5% interest. You can make money on your savings, which is really good, and something that you shouldn't just kind of discount just because the percentages might seem low. It's still worth doing. So go out there, look for an account which has a high interest rate, and save your money in an interest bearing account. I would also add that it's important to save it into an ISA, which if you're just saving cash, that would be a cash ISA. And that's because that means that any interest you earn will be tax free. Otherwise, if you didn't save it into a cash ISA, then any interest that you earn, you would have to pay tax on by filling out a self-assessment at the end of the year. So you get a £20,000 a year ISA limit, which means that you can, across your various ISA accounts, however many you have, you can save up to £20,000, and any earnings that you make on that money that you put into your accounts will be tax free. It's all in a tax free wrapper. So definitely worth looking into and taking advantage of. So those are the 5 ways that I make free money, and I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and please do share this video with anyone that might find it helpful. And if you like this video, there's another video that I will put here, which is about how I supercharged my savings with Monzo. So make sure you go and check that video out, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.